Hi again, this is Rich Cruz, and I'm coming at you with another episode of Build My Digital Business. I know it's been a little bit since I've last posted, but we're getting really close to having a website working here. So, and really realistically, you could have all of this done. You know, I know spread this out. It's just recording the videos, but you could have all of this done in a short amount of time. You know, planning, probably a couple of weeks of planning, but actually putting this together, the nuts and bolts, is maybe a weekend or a week, depending on what your comfort level is, how big you want to make this. So, so we've already installed WordPress on our host. We've taken care of everything with our domain. We've actually installed our theme. We're using the Divi theme. Today, I want to talk a little bit about plugins. So what are plugins? Plugins are call them like little pieces of software that end up getting put into WordPress that expands the functionality of WordPress. So out of the box, WordPress doesn't have to have any plugins. Usually it comes with some pretty standard ones. But today, let's just dive into what does a plugin look like, the plugin section, and a list of the plugins that I recommend for your WordPress website. So let's go over here. So just to again show you, when we go to log into SiteGround, we go to our site tools. I pressed install and manage. I got over here, and I clicked here to log into the admin panel. Alternatively, maybe I'll show you that another time, but you can go to your website /wp-admin. So for instance, buildmydigitalbusiness.com /wp-admin, and that'll get you to your dashboard as well. Okay. So we're going to fly down here to the plugins section and get rid of a couple of these notices that we don't need right now. Okay, so when we look here, there are some plugins that are already here. When we set up the site, SiteGround has some really great tools that automatically get put in here. Google Analytics for by Monster Insights, which is a great one. That's for to add Google Analytics code into your site. SG Optimizer, this is a great one. This is for SiteGround users, and what it does is it allows you to compress your files and optimize your images. There's just so much stuff you can actually do with this to make your site run faster, and it actually. I use this now to substitute for a caching plugin for I used Smush for images, which is it compresses your images and optimizes them. SG Optimizer automatically does that. So that's the one we're going to use here. A couple of those that I don't see in here, we're going to add. So the first one is the classic editor. So I don't usually use Gutenberg, the standard editor that comes with WordPress. So I'm going to add the classic one because that's my preference. So you can see all I did was click on that. I went to add new under plugins, and I went to the classic editor, and then I'm just going to activate that. And now it's activated. And wow, this hosting is pretty fast. So I'm going to add another new plugin. And this actually has a form plugin that came with it, which is a great plugin, WP Forms. But I am actually going to use today, I'm going to use Contact Form 7. That's my weapon of choice usually. So it's not as pretty. It's not as easy to use. It doesn't have drag and drop design, but it's pretty rock solid. It's been around a while. Then I'm going to use Flamingo. I'm going to go to add new. Sorry. I'm going to do Flamingo. And I'm going to install that. So what Flamingo does is this takes your contact form 7 submissions and actually puts it into a database on your website. So it's nice and handy thing to have in there. So later on, we'll talk about, that's like 3 episodes down, I'll get into contact forms. But, we want the form to come to us via email, but we also want it to, be recorded somewhere. And there are several different ways you can do that. Gravity Forms is probably my absolute favorite. And I might put that in here later. But, and actually WP Forms allows you to, have a premium version that does a lot of what the other ones do. But Flamingo allows you to kind of capture those things. So just in case you didn't get that email, you still have it recorded in your database here. So there's another way you can add a plugin, and that is to upload a plugin. So we're going to go through that real quick. So I'm going to upload this plugin, which is, it's actually for email delivery too. It's WP Mail SMTP. I'm going to install that. And I'm going to activate it. Great. And sure, we'll get started. So right now, I'm actually going to use actually, we'll do this later. Maybe we'll do this when we get into the forms discussion. But this allows me to send from other email systems, which is great because it'll help with your your ability to get things delivered. So we're going to go back to the dashboard. Okay. So that's just a little bit about plugins. Plugins, again, they just add a little bit of extra functionality to your website, and really makes it do the things that out of the box you couldn't really do. There's a lot of premium ones that are out there that you have to pay for. Most of them are free. But even the free ones have premium versions of them. So again, I hope you found this helpful, and I'll be with you real soon with another installment of Build My Digital Business. Thanks.